I'm happy to be joined here today with Andrew DeGrucci with the City of Lloydminster. And today we're going to be talking about a 2-day conference that will be coming up in September, plus a half-day virtual conference that will be happening on April. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, this is an emergency management conference. Tell me a little bit about what that means and what people can expect from it and, kind of the whole point of holding one.
Sure. So the City of Lloydminster's hosted the Bordering on Disaster Conference on an annual basis now for just over 5 years. It seeks to bring emergency managers from especially a municipal approach together and just kind of participate in some joint learnings and understand some of the responses that have happened throughout Canada and just how we can be better prepared, what are our best practices, and any learnings that are occurring from previous events, the City of Lloydminster can continue with them as well.
And why does the city feel like holding this, especially in the border city, is important for emergency management?
Yeah, so specifically in Lloydminster, we're certainly trying to kind of leverage that bi-provincial aspect that we have. So we're really doing a good job in bringing together both the province of Alberta and the province of Saskatchewan to do some joint provincial learnings.
And you said that this is an annual thing. In the past, how have you seen the reaction to those who do come out to this conference and, kind of the things that they can take away from it?
We've always heard really good lessons learned and kind of actionable recommendations of what emergency managers can institute in the field. Sometimes it's kind of a bit of storytelling and hearing what, other emergency managers have went through. But I've always had really good feedback from it.
Now, it does seem like this is a huge learning opportunity especially for people within emergency management. Now, there is a half-day virtual session on April 21st. Can you tell me a little bit about what that is in comparison to the conference that is going to be held in September?
Sure. So certainly the COVID-19 pandemic kind of put a hamper on the conference. So when our planning committee came together late last year, we kind of decided to open it up as a 2-stage approach. And the virtual session, while there is lots of learning opportunities there, it's also to kind of try to get some word out, get some word of mouth about the conference and really create an opportunity that people can attend the conference without having to travel to Lloydminster. So we decided on April 21st, we're going to do a half-day virtual emergency management conference. And part of our decision around doing it for that timeline is it's 2 weeks before the May 1st to May 7th Emergency Preparedness Week. That May 1st to 7th EP Week is a Canadian-wide program that's created from Public Safety Canada, just where emergency managers throughout a joint timeline are delivering emergency management messaging and preparedness communications throughout their communities. So we thought that was a good timeline for everybody connect and check in. We talked about doing it in May, but we know everybody's going to be super busy in May throughout that EP week. So we thought that would be a good time for us to come together.
So it sounds awesome, especially, in case somebody can't make it to the 2-day conference in September. This is an awesome way for them, to just kind of stay in tune with what's going on as well and learning, and especially it being 2 weeks before that emergency week I think it's really important to have that. Now, how can people, attend? How can they get involved with it? What do they have to do? Is there any tickets that they need to purchase to secure a spot, or how does that work?
All of the information for the virtual and the in-person conference can be found at lloydminster.ca/BOD for acronym for Bordering on Disaster. In there, you'll have 3 different pages. One, you can find information about the event. There's a link there to purchase tickets. So the virtual session we're offering for minimal fee of $20 for a half-day session of speakers from throughout Canada. And then there'll be tickets posted for the in-person conference there as well. The in-person, we do have an early bird special going until the beginning of May. So there is an opportunity to get a little bit of a discount on those tickets for the 2-day event. And then the third one is we also have a speaker abstract. We kind of identify that our planning committee doesn't know all of the stories throughout Canada and all of the emergency management messages that have occurred. So if there's somebody that does have a message that they'd like to share at the virtual or the in-person conference, they can put in a request form through there.
Sounds awesome. Now, is there anything else that you would like to add in regards to the conference or just to emergency management in general?
I don't think so. We're super excited and putting in lots of work, even though we're 8 months away. It's kind of filling up our plates a lot. So we're really thankful for city staff with the city of Lloydminster that have helped so far put on the conference as well. We do have our planning partners with ATCO and the Lakeland College have also really stepped up and they're helping a lot throughout this conference.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. This does sound super important to have, especially within the border city. Emergency management is very important, as you stated. And so this is a great learning opportunity for anybody within the field or, who just want to learn more about it. So thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you, Abby.